Hi, my name is Lee Roberts, and I did my author study over Eric Carle. This is the infographic I made for Eric Carle. So Eric Carle is an author and illustrator of more than 70 picture books. This is actually a quote from his website. With many of my books, I attempt to bridge the gap between the home and school. To me, home represents or should represent warmth, security, toys, holding hands, being held. School is a strange and new place for a child. Will it be a happy place? There are new people, a teacher, classmates. Will they be friendly? So some facts about Eric Carle. He was born in Syracuse, New York in 1929. At the age of 6, he and his family moved to Germany, and he went on to attend a prestigious art school and graduating from it and in Germany. In 1952, he came back to America with just $40 in his pocket and a fine art portfolio in his hand. He has very unique art style. His art is distinctive and easily recognizable. He creates his illustrations using collage techniques such as hand-painted papers, and many of his books have added dimensions like die-cut papers or twinkling stars and even lifelike sound of a cricket song. He is an award-winning author and has received many prestigious awards in America, Italy, Germany, and even Japan. He is also a nature lover. Growing up, Eric Carle loved walking through the woods with his father and discovering all the neat things about nature. Because of these experiences, he developed a love for nature, and he honors his father with his books and interests in animals and insects. This is why he has lots of books written about insects and animals. He has often been asked by kids, where do ideas come from? Especially his ideas. So he stated that his ideas come from his upbringing, education, and so forth. And his ideas don't come from just one place, but rather all the experiences in his life, all the thoughts in his mind, and all the feelings in his heart. And I have some of Eric Carle's well-known works. The Very Busy Spider, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, Does a Kangaroo Have a Mother Too?, Draw Me a Star, and The Tiny Seed. And of course, along with those, he has many other books that we all know and love. A lot of them that he's written and illustrated, and then some that he only worked on as an illustrator. This is a list of his books that he's worked on, that he's written and illustrated. And these are more of the books that he's written and illustrated. This is part of his My First Book series, and this is part of his World of Eric Carle series. And then this is a list of all the books that he's worked on as an illustrator. The most popular one is the Brown Bear ones. And then this is one of the 3 books I read for the author study. This one is called Hello Red Fox, and this is the appeal factor for the book. And a read-alike for the book would be Brown Bear, What Do You See by Bill Martin Jr. This is the second book I read for the author study. It's called Mr. Seahorse, and this is the appeal factor for it. And a read-alike for Mr. Seahorse is Swimmy by Leo Leone. And this is the third book I read for the author study called Little Cloud, and this is the appeal factor for it. And then a read-alike for Little Cloud would be It Looked Like Spilt Milk by Charles G. Shaw. So this is the bookmark and shelf talker I made for the book Mr. Seahorse. This is the front of the bookmark, and it just says Mr. Seahorse by Eric Carle, and it has a picture of Mr. Seahorse from the book with bubbles coming out above him. And then on the back of the bookmark, there is an actual quote from the book. As Mr. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea, he passed right by. And then for my shelf talker here, it says, How are you, Mr. Seahorse? After Mrs. Seahorse decided she was ready to lay her eggs, Mr. Seahorse helps to do his part by carrying them around in his pouch. As he drifts through the sea, he encounters many other sea creatures. Some are camouflaged, and some are fathers doing their fatherly roles. This is my If This Then That. If you read Hello Red Fox, then the next book to read would be The Artist Who Painted a Blue Horse. If you read Mr. Seahorse, then the next book to read would be A House for Hermit Crab. If you read Little Cloud, then the next book to read would be Draw Me a Star. And Draw Me a Star is actually Eric Carle's challenge book. There is a certain illustration in there that parents do not like. So that's the reason why it's a challenge book. And if you have not read this book, then you need to read it so you can find out why it's a challenge book. Upcoming releases. There are no upcoming book releases from Eric Carle since he passed away early this year in May. Book to movie announcement. There are currently no plans to do any book to movie adaptations with Eric Carle's books, but in 2006, 5 of his books were adapted into short films by Disney, and they were released as a DVD collection called The Very Hungry Caterpillar and Other Stories. So the books that were adapted into short films were The Very Hungry Caterpillar, Papa Please Get the Moon for Me, The Very Quiet Cricket, The Mixed Up Chameleon, and I See a Song. This is my annotated bibliography over the websites I use to find all my facts about Eric Carle. This is the annotated bibliography for Hello Red Fox. This is the one for Little Cloud. And then this is the one for Mr. Seahorse. That's the end of my PowerPoint. Now I'm going to show you my movie or book trailer for the book Hello Red Fox. It's almost time for Little Frog's birthday party, and when Mama Frog asks him who he wants to invite, he lists all his friends. But on the day of his party, there's a little bit something that's different about them. Hello, Red Fox. Hello, Purple Butterfly. Hello, Orange Cat. Hello, Green Snake. Hello, Bluefish. Hello, White Dog with black spots. Using the concept of Uta's color wheel about complementary colors and the beautiful illustrations of Eric Carle, this book makes for an interesting and interactive read. Read Hello Red Fox by Eric Carle to find out how the magic happens. That is the end of my author study presentation over Eric Carle. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening.